What's the deal with OnlyFans, Pyrolis? What's the update?
So apparently OnlyFans is banning pornography. Like apparently back in like March they banned public nudity and sex, and now they're gonna start banning nudity in general.
Wow.
So we have to wear underpants when we show us in the skirts.
So what do they consider nudity? Like, can I show my toes still?
I think nudity would be like nipples. I think like
You did not have to give us the visual representation of that.
crotch.
Whoa, hang on a second.
So I think it's just that, and then like the nipples and stuff.
I think we get the picture without the
I was giving you a bonus picture. That way it helped. I know some people learn differently.
I'm not a visual learner, thank God.
Well, anyway, so anybody that knows like about OnlyFans or like the culture around OnlyFans, it's mostly a joke online that like simps and people very lonely.
It's not a joke.
Very lonely, sad. I mean,
it's very real.
I mean, it is real, but like people, it's mostly talked about as a joke by like people that don't go to OnlyFans.
Up until 10 minutes ago, I literally thought it was just a porn site.
Yeah, no, that's not what it intended to be.
So OnlyFans originally launched as basically Patreon, and it was just like provide clips and photos to followers for a monthly subscription fee. I mean, they might have had like lewds as an idea for like making money off of it, but it wasn't like the whole thing was about.
Well, like, they're not banning lewds, you're just banning nudes.
Yeah,
so I think
but I mean,
lewds
like,
will probably be okay.
So I'm sure there's still probably going to be plenty of clothes,
like
not safe for work
Instagram and
content.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like cosplays or whatever. But like the idea of these kind of websites is cool because it's like especially with YouTube's really strict on some like very strange things. So sometimes it's like, oh, I can't put this on YouTube, or I can't get it monetized on YouTube, so I'll put it on my OnlyFans, even if it's just like a lot of swearing or like a lot of violence or something.
Right, and that's what I thought Patreon was always used for.
So yeah,
I literally just thought OnlyFans was just the erotic version of Patreon.
Yeah, so I mean it is, but originally it was meant to be like a competitor.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
I kind of feel bad for them now because they're just like, hey, let's make a competitor to like Patreon. And then all these people got on. It's just like, can you please stop making pornography on
I'm
our
pretty
site?
sure what happened, in all honesty, I'm pretty sure what happened was because it was two brothers that opened this. They're like, bro, free boobs. Nice. Because you can't really block out the creator. So probably what happened is either the wife got caught wind of it or they got married and they're like, yeah, we don't like you seeing boobs other than ours, so you have to not allow them.
No,
like,
okay.
Fine.
So you see what happens is
that's my assumption.
They make so that's, I mean, it could be slightly true, but
it's a theory.
It's not. So what we know is that the guy Tim Stokely founded the company along his older brother Thomas, also Stokely, I presume.
Yeah.
With the help of a 10,000 pound loan from his father.
Can we get one of those? I need a father.
Yeah, we can get 10,000
So
pounds.
they became the.
Oh. You wanted a what?
A dad.
They
What?
became
A dad.
How are you going to do that through 10,000 pounds?
Because they got it from their dad.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, bud.
So anyways,
Sorry, bud. I said brother and bud in the same.
He called me bread.
I called you bread. Sorry,
poor
bread.
bread. So anyways, 2 years after it was made, this guy Leonid Ravinsky, Leo, okay, is what, so I'm gonna call him Leo because his name's too hard to pronounce, acquired 75% ownership of it and became its director. And then it started focusing on not safe for work content. Let me tell you
all the stocks. Someone's like, I want boobs. I want them now.
Let me tell you what this guy has done. So he is the founder of the porn site My Free Cams. I don't know if I can even say that.
You can say it as long as it's not.
Yeah,
like,
you can say that.
Okay. Well, he founded that site, and then so like his history in 2004, Microsoft sued him for allegedly sending millions of deceptive emails to Hotmail users. And the case was eventually dismissed.
I seem to remember that.
And then in 2018, he got
blame it on CERN.
a ton of OnlyFans. He got 75% of OnlyFans. And then in August 2020, why can't I say that word?
Forbes?
A news site described him as a porn entrepreneur with a history of lawsuits and allegation of spam, theft, fraud, and drug dealing.
No Nice.
I mean, when
So-
you're dealing with boobs, you might as well deal in booze too.
This guy is pretty epic.
I don't know if
apparently
that's the word I'd give him.
he's done a
but
ton
he's a
of
Chad.
horrible things and got out of
Everything?
got out of everything, and
That's-
now owns like a ton of
okay.
OnlyFans.
That's UK
ton
for you.
of the OnlyFans, and yeah.
Let's buy us OnlyFans stock.
In June 2021, Forbes revealed that in the late 90s and early 2000, this guy ran a number of websites which claimed to provide illegal and hacked passwords to porn sites, which included ones that were advertising as featuring underage performers. So this guy
Yikes.
needs to be. This is someone that like legitimately should be canceled.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
like
he
OnlyFans
should be thrown in jail.
OnlyFans
Yeah.
should actually be canceled because of this
Yes.
guy and just all the garbage that's on there. But like, I mean, the owner of it is pretty yeah.
Okay, so the creators sound like pretty cool guys.
Yeah.
They just want to make
Yeah.
a Patreon competitor. What
And then it seems
is
like
totally
they
understandable.
it just kind of blew up and they kind of sold it. So
Honestly, if they clean up OnlyFans, we actually might make an OnlyFans account,
that'd be sick.
You know-
which would be kind of ironic.
In all honesty, this is one of the reasons why I'm never, if I have a company, I'm never going the stock market with it.
Yeah.
Because while it's a good source of funding, stuff like this happens. If someone buys
Yeah.
75% of your stocks, you're just screwed.
Yeah, because then they have full ownership.
Yeah.
Well, because like I bet the brothers, depending on how they did the partnership, but if they split it into stocks, then they only owned like 12 stocks each, something like that, 12 and a half stocks each. So unless they combine both their stock shares and they only own 25%.
okay,
but-
I
Yeah,
think
they probably
this
did that and didn't
explains-
think that someone buy all 75. This guy's
Yeah.
like, I got this.
This explains why they want to be advertiser friendly. In March 2020, at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of OnlyFans content creators increased by 40%, and the number of users on the site increased from 7.5 million
As happens
to,
when you're locked in a room doing nothing.
to
And you have a camera in
Okay.
front of you.
7.5 million. It increased from that to 85 million.
Yep, that's
Not
what happens.
8.5 million. 85 million.
That is what happens when you were
So
given
did
money.
they
and keep in
realize
your room.
that they did something horribly wrong to this world? And they're like, we need to do something or else the world is
There
going
were
to
more
end.
like
I know what
there's
people are spending their stimulus on.
85 million people on our website. If we get all this stuff out of here, we can have ads.
Hey, boom. That was a stimulating stimulus.
Yeah, I might edit that.
Oh, why?
Cringe. That's why. So yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, OnlyFans is a trash website. Owned
No,
by a-
no,
owned by
not
a-
It's
anymore.
becoming recycled.
It's
trash.
becoming wholesome now.
It's a recycled trash website owned by a trash person, and yeah. Let's keep canceling random people.
Oh
that
wait,
don't
he still
deserve it.
owns it?
Yeah,
Oh, never mind. We're not making an account there.
yeah.
not?
That
We're
guy
not.
still owns.
If he still owns
75%
it,
of
I'm done. Nope.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fair.
We'll do Patreon.
Let's rob him.
So yeah, that guy seems pretty shady. But hey, welcome to Baka-Talk. That was a very
Productive 8 minutes.
yeah. So yeah, welcome to Baka-Talk. That was a slightly awkward conversation to jump into the middle of.
The podcast where we talk about only wholesome stuff.
Yeah,
and
we're also like
the best cartoons on the internet.
We're also like mostly family friendly, except for when we talk about stuff like that.
And OnlyFans.
And so
Or I talk Adel.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we're still not like super bad. Like, there's a lot of podcasts that
Yeah.
are much worse that swear all the time, and we try to be a little bit more wholesome than those.
Only because
I
I'm
try to be a
forced.
lot more wholesome. I
Yeah.
don't know about you guys.
I guess a lot more wholesome.
I'm forced to be wholesome.
I mean, we don't swear every other word, so that's a little bit.
See,
more
here's the
wholesome.
thing. The way I think of this podcast is no way I want kids to listen to this. First of all,
Yeah.
I grew up kind of in the household where I don't think kids should be watching most anime.
Yeah.
Like, I think you should at least be like 14, 15 years old
Yeah.
before you start
I
watching
mean, there's
anime.
like a few like younger like kids shows.
Yeah,
but,
there
like-
is.
And then once you get to like probably like 12, maybe you
Right.
could be introduced to like a few
Madoka
select
Magica.
ones.
No.
Yes, Madoka
But anyways,
Magica.
I
Redo
definitely
view.
want it where you can be listening to this show if your kid's in the room or your kid's in the car and not have a problem with them hearing this.
Yeah.
Even though some of the content might not be the best, at least we're not like saying the F-bomb.
Daddy, watch OnlyFans.
I want your kids to start Googling everything I say. That is my goal and pure intent for chaos of this podcast.
The way you said that was just very forceful.
Because I'm being forceful. Boom.
Sure you are.
So,
buddy.
so anyways, let me quickly introduce. I'm Wheeze. Welcome to the podcast. This is Baka-Talk. Also with me is Boom.
Hello, everybody.
That's Boom, and this is Pyrolus.
Привет, товарищ.
Okay, so now we have introductions out of the way. We do a weekly podcast here on Baka-Talk, and you can check out the Baka-Talk feed to find all of our episodes. We have like, I don't know, 30, 40?
This is 43.
43. Let's
Technically
go.
44 because of episode 0.
No, this is 40. Yeah, 44. Yeah.
There we go.
Also, you can check us out on YouTube at Baka-Talk Studios.
We've been doing that now.
There you can check out basically just a repost of our podcast. But pretty soon in the next couple of weeks, you can also check out our playthrough through the visual novel of Steins Gate.
Yeah, let's go.
And hacking into
That's the
game.
visual novel that we're going to play first, right?
Yes, Steins Gate.
Okay, cool. And then if we like it, we can play more.
Yeah,
And then
we'll
we can
probably,
go-
like, we'll voice act like the characters and stuff.
Oh,
It'll be
heck yeah.
fun.
And then we can
It'll be
go
super
to
fun.
Hyper Neptunia. The Neko part.
And then we'll have like
And then...
no, we'll be on Steins Gate for the next like 4 years.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Steins
pretty
Gate. I
much.
bought all the Steins Gate stuff. We're going to be on there for a while.
Yeah, next 8 years probably. We're gonna be like episode 92 of the first Steins Gate visual novel, and then we're like, we finished.
We're going to try this branch now.
Now we're gonna try to get the different endings.
Anyways, besides for that, yeah, you can check out our YouTube for plenty of other content. Eventually, that will be down the road.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I'm excited for us. For me, usually like when I play a game, I'll either try to find like the best route, or I'll just go find like the worst possible route. So
Yeah.
it's just like I'm gonna be the most horrible evil person, and it's like I'm supposed to be a kind, lovable person. I'm gonna murder everybody
Right.
who can.
See,
Well,
I'm
let's
excited
go.
just to argue about like
Yeah.
the simplest of options
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes.
We're
Yeah.
falling in love with female Ruka and then just staying in that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Just
you
ending
see-
the game there.
Yeah.
We don't even complete the game. We just end it
Both
right there.
Kurisu and Mayuri dies, and we're just like, we've got Ruka, let's
That's
go.
just going to be mine and Weeze's vote, and Boom's going to be there. We have to at least save Kurisu.
Kurisu, yeah.
No, Ruka. Ruka's, this is Pog.
Yeah.
There's infinite timelines, so there has to be a female Ruka timeline with Mayuri.
Yeah,
Kurisu
we got
being
Ruka.
alive.
We're
Yeah, let's
stopping
go.
here.
Anyways, we all hope that you enjoy the show, and yeah. So, do we want to do what made the internet mad this week?
What made the internet mad this week?
What did
made
make the internet mad
week?
this week?
What made
Well,
we
it
didn't
might be
have
surprise.
anything.
It might be surprising to you, but it's another giant game company
Oh, right, yeah. That one.
kind of just like said, bleep you to the fans.
Yeah, these... Yeah.
I'm not buying Warhammer this week.
This is the wrong one.
I
Whoops.
haven't really read the article, but
I know a bit about it.
I feel like
Yeah.
I've heard this company is a little bit...
I've talked
crappy
to,
with-
I believe...
This company
it's
is
some of
very
its stuff.
anti.
I believe I talked to Ramen Cat about this issue.
Yeah, you did. You probably did. This article was posted by Motherboard. So this is the article I'm reading from. Warhammer 40k fans in revolt over zero tolerance fan animation policy.
Yeah, I see. Individuals must not create fan films or animation based on our setting and characters, the guideline said. These are only created under license from Games Workshop. That's
Right.
so stupid.
Imagine if Star Wars did that.
I know.
Like, so much stuff would just be gone.
So like they're shutting down. Basically, they would be shutting down creators. Like there is a creator that did a YouTube series. If the Emperor had text-to-speech device on YouTube for 8 years.
I have a big YouTuber I watch is Jeremy Down Under. He does a lot of Arma 3 mods with Warhammer.
Yeah.
He's
That
not going to
mod
be,
would be getting shut
that
down.
mod would be
Yeah.
getting shut down, and all his videos will probably get pulled.
Yep. As well as there is a huge fan movie coming out, and basically a lot of it did come out called Astartes.
Yeah,
And that was like top quality animation. Like this guy was basically pulling out all the stops to do a great movie.
Was that the YouTube like series?
Yes.
Thing? Yeah.
Yep, this was YouTube.
I think I saw one of his like early first animations.
If you talk to Ramen Cat about anything Warhammer, you've probably seen it.
Yeah.
Because he's probably showed it to you. But it'd definitely be shutting that down. It would be shutting down some other fan games that'd be coming out as well.
This really sucks. As someone who like wants to be like creative, I want to like have books written and stuff. Like
Right.
having someone like pour the effort into like making a fan film from your product is so cool. And it's also a good business decision to allow it because it brings more hype. Like people will watch that thing and not know anything about Warhammer just because it's so well made. And then it's
Right.
like, oh, this is actually like a game and all this other stuff around it. And that's super cool.
Well, it's like the biggest dream for really any content creator to have
Yeah.
fans like you so much they want to make stuff based around what you've made.
Like, I
Right.
could understand, too, if they had, like, a competition or something, and it's like, okay, we're doing this fan animation competition thing, winner gets, like, money, and you get to, like, finish the thing or whatever, or work with a team, and then they'll have, like, okay, so people who do want to make this stuff can go through these, like, official channels to, like, get it published. And maybe we'll pay you if it's really good or something like that. Like, I could understand
Even
it a
to
little
me-
bit more.
Even to me, that
But they
seems...
they're just like, well, yeah, even that's like kind of garbage from the company. Also, like,
It would be cool
Okay.
if they were like, hey, like to the guy that made the Stardies fan movie.
yeah,
yeah.
It'd be cool if they're like, hey, you did all of this work for this series, right?
yeah,
You put probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars into like animating this. And we're going to give you a budget to make an actual movie.
yeah.
That would
Like,
be cool.
we'll offer to,
But
like, hire you.
instead, they're like, hey, YouTubers, we know you've been doing multiple years of videos and stuff. Sorry, but yeah, you can't anymore.
Well, like, Boom, if you remember, I was trying to get into Warhammer because
Yeah.
I asked you about it. What got me into it was, as I mentioned before, Remy Down Under initially got me into it, and I heard you talking about it for the past year or so. And I've been thinking about getting into it for a bit, and I got a job where I can feel comfortable in buying stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't want to do that because
Yeah.
they're doing stuff like
And
this.
what this encourages is, okay, I was making this fan film. I'm gonna slightly change the design, take out all the Warhammer names, and still make the fan film.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it's so idiotic for them to do this because it just kills like the hype around their
Yeah.
IP.
And the only thing that's going to succeed in doing is somebody's going to come up with a really cool idea, right? So there's going to be the next Astartes film. And like you said, they're just going to basically take out anything that represents Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Basically take out all the names, and they're going to make a really good movie.
Yeah.
They're going to get a movie deal, and boom, they become famous, and no like dedication or no audience was brought to the
Yeah.
Warhammer game.
And you know, Star Wars, like there was that one guy that did like deepfake technology over the Luke thing in
Yeah.
Mandalorian, and he got hired by Lucasfilm because he
amazing.
did such a good job of it.
Well,
Like,
like
that's
you
cool.
have people. What is that Studio 23 redid the episode 4 fight scene.
Yeah,
and they did such a good
like
job
that.
of
That
it.
stuff is really cool. So, I mean, I know like Nintendo's been kind of famous for this
Well,
too.
I was about to mention that. Yeah, they're basically pulling a Nintendo here.
YouTube will, or not
They
YouTube.
got
Nintendo
better,
will just
but-
shut down streamers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, the only difference here is Nintendo, especially when they first started, they had a monopoly over it.
Yeah,
Whereas War Thunder doesn't have that
the other thing is
advantage.
like
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
the
War Thunder's a different game.
You know, I like War Thunder.
The copyright laws in Japan are different than they are in America.
Yeah.
So that makes it makes a little more sense because they can technically take down like everything that you show a picture of Yoshi and they're like copyright strike
Yeah.
because it's their thing. But then they kind of realized, oh, this actually makes us more money because we get more advertisement. It's just
Yeah.
free advertisement.
That's all it is, yeah.
So it's like, okay, that makes sense. So they changed and got a little bit better.
don't
Because they
know.
used to have this like content creator thing where you had to like sign up through Nintendo, and they eventually just abolished that. So I don't know how bad they are still, but they're a lot better than they used to be.
Let's put it this way.
Well, it's like, so I remember when you were making, what did you call that series? Demon Slayer Badly Explained or something
Demon
like
and
that?
Slayer Explained Badly.
Yeah. And you tried using like a video clip,
I did. I used a little
And you
bit
got
too long
copy
of a
striked?
video clip. Yeah.
but like what'd you use? You used over 10 seconds or something.
It was like a minute, I think, maybe.
A minute.
So it was
Like, did you edit the clip at all?
I didn't.
Oh, you just used
So,
it. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
So
never mind. I thought you
just
used a shorter clip. But anyways,
Yeah,
you
I just
only used
too
a
much.
minute clip
Yeah.
out of a 23-minute episode.
And that got auto-claimed by a bot. Like,
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like creators should be able to do stuff like that.
yeah.
And that's like taking it to the extreme angle where you're
Mhm.
technically ripping straight from somebody else's work and
Yeah.
putting in your own video. I still think that should be allowed. These people are making 100% their own thing and just using the name
because
and their likeness.
It also, like, they can't really just say you can't use our stuff because, what's that law called?
Are you talking about the copyright law? Or?
Yeah, the copyright law. What's that called?
I don't know the name of the law.
Like fair use.
Oh,
yeah,
fair use. Okay.
Fair use is like if you take something and then it's transformative, it like completely changes the work, which is how like parody things are allowed.
Yeah.
Right, that's why reaction videos were such a big thing. Because you could basically just take the whole thing and just put your face in
or
a small
like
corner
music covers. Like nobody's gonna listen to a cover over the actual song.
Right.
Unless like the cover, like they like the cover better. But like it's a completely different like experience to hear like someone else sing versus the person who originally sang it sing. So, and then like they can't really use the same like arrangement of music and stuff. But like that stuff makes sense that it's like, okay, it changes it enough that it's different. And so it's a weird thing with art because it's like I've created this character and this character is like copyrighted or whatever. Yeah. But then it's like it's not physical. You can't like touch this idea. Like you can't like protect the idea that like nobody can take it from you. So it's a weird and it's like a very gray law where it just really depends on which side you go. It's also just a big hassle to like sue a company over like allowing to use their IP for something.
Like the worst thing that probably ever happened with the copyright law, Nintendo did. So this kid in Africa, I think it was like one of the North Africa is like around Egypt, Afghanistan, somewhere around there. A kid made, because like he had many games or anything, his family's too poor to like buy an actual Switch or something. He like made out of cardboard and paper a thing that like would scroll, and as he scrolls, you could like pretend that he's Mario jumping over blocks and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And when his parents thought it was cool, so they posted it to Facebook, and then Nintendo sued him and his family for like $10,000 for copywriting Mario.
So the last little thing about this article is they name the guy that made the Emperor Has Texas speech, and it was Alpha Busa.
Mm-hmm.
And he announced he's putting TTS, which is the Texas speech, on hiatus and looking for a part-time job. He has been doing this animated comedy thing for 8 years now.
Yeah.
This guy has been a YouTuber for 8 years and now has to get a part-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously I don't know if they're going to take down his videos or if they're going to demonetize them.
They might do the demonetization.
But yeah, now they're on indefinite hiatus. And yeah, I don't. To me, as somebody that's trying to become a content creator, or I mean, I guess technically we're already content creators because we're kind of getting.
We
bigger.
made 10 cents.
We made a little bit of money. Definitely not nothing where I can get a part-time job or even no job. So
yeah.
But as a content creator, it sucks seeing more and more of this stuff.
Yeah.
So it makes me more and more scared to try to do something where I'm entertaining people on the internet, but then I mention Nintendo, or I mention Warhammer, or I mention like anything from Blizzard or something like that, right? How do I know it's not going to get to the point where if I mention Mario, I'm going to get like a flag on my YouTube video, and then I'm going to get demonetized? Like, how far does it go with companies where content creators or even people, entertainers that just want to reference something aren't going to get in trouble for making a joke about Warhammer?
Yeah.
I feel like this guy should see if he can, like, go through, like, the legal action to get his stuff, like, still allowed. Because...
You mean, like, basically buy a copyright claim to it?
Because eventually what'll happen, like, YouTube's system is, like, someone claims your thing, and then you can, like, do a a counter, and then
Right.
the company themselves like looks at your counter, and then it's just like, no, I still want to claim this, and then it goes through like YouTube, and then you can go to like suing people.
The issue with that is if it gets to the point where I have to sue them, the company can hire a much better lawyer than what
That's
the
true.
person can.
But like if this is like this whole guy's like livelihood, and I'm sure he's made a decent amount of money if he's been doing it for so long, then he could probably hire a lawyer and try to get to the point where he can say, where you can actually fight it, because that's really the only way to stop companies from just saying, you mentioned our product, this video is ours now.
There's one other way. It's called boycotting.
You have to you have to either like boycott it, get enough people, which is hard to do, or you can just like fight them directly on a law level, and then the law will set a precedent for other things where it's like after you, it's like, well, my thing is kind of the same as their thing, and theirs was allowed.
It's like the whole Disney thing that happened in I think the 50s.
But it's hard because
I don't know anything about that.
So Disney, like, they copyrighted animated characters basically because they made Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
So Walt Disney was like, yeah, no one can make any animated stuff. And then some guy like sued him, and then it turned into this whole court deal, and then people were able to make animated characters again.
See,
that's
I don't
crazy.
know. That kind of makes sense, right? To me, like, it's weird. I don't know. In my head, it has two separate sides to the same story. I can see the side of like taking the Walt Disney thing.
Mm.
I can see the side of them wanting to copyright Mickey Mouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want just every
Mickey Mouse
every
itself is
animator.
one thing, but they copyrighted. They made it so that way you couldn't animate an animal at all.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they went that far.
Yeah, they went that far.
But I could kind of see Mickey Mouse, and I mean, it kind of goes against my stance with the whole Warhammer thing. But I could kind of see like a Mickey Mouse character being copyrighted, right? I could kind of see that. I could kind of see the fact of, as somebody that created something, as say I created just my own original character, and I started making animations about them, and I started making audiobooks and stuff like that. I don't want somebody to take that same character and just put their own spin on it.
Walt Disney's,
unless I gave them my permission.
Or
right?
it also depends if they are like actively making money off of this, or if they're just like making like a fan fiction.
Right.
Well, that whole lawsuit with Disney is why we got the fair use articles in America.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something before we get big into YouTube, I definitely want to go through a lot of these laws, especially nowadays with all this stuff coming up.
Yeah.
I want to get more into the laws. I want to get into knowing what exactly I can and can't do before we just go full blown, because it really suck if like our first video, we're doing a playthrough of say Steins Gate, and all of a sudden we find out the creators, like the anime studio of Steins Gate or whatever, really just takes down any video that's posted about it.
Yeah.
Let's go anarchy.
Because I've heard of studios doing that for anime, where they're like, oh, you posted a 2-second clip of our My Hero Academia or something, we're going to take you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's tough.
It's confusing.
Weird.
It sucks.
The law is super vague. So like technically if you like people that like make a video and then put like a short movie clip in of like someone just saying something, that's like technically not fair use, because it's just taking the original work and just throwing it into your thing.
Yeah.
But that's why the fair
like,
use laws need to be updated, because nowadays the average person would consider. So you know that one scene from The Office where the head guy is saying no really loud, right? People put that in the meme videos as a joke. That's a meme now, but that's technically copyright infringement.
Yeah.
But the average person and the average creator is not trying to copyright, not trying to gain money off of just that clip.
It's just something everyone finds funny.
Yeah, they add it as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they need to put in like in the thing, if it's like a movie or like a visual entertainment, it has to be less than like this percentage of the thing or whatever, and get like, or like if the audio is removed, then you can use this much of it or whatever, because then it would give like an actual quantifiable, this is what you can do and can't do, and it would make sense, because obviously like stealing someone's movie and just putting it on YouTube and then monetizing that and making money from it, that's not going to be allowed. That's just like
stupid.
straight up stealing. So having something where it's like, but I'm talking over it. But what if it's like still the whole movie's just still playing in the background, but I'm just like every once in a while talking over it? Like, where's the line of where it's too much? But I feel like it it just needs to be a point where people are not going to watch this thing over watching the movie. It's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
Like hearing someone talk about it and use random clips from the thing to like prove their point or whatever versus actually watching a show is completely different experience. It's not like
Well, I will do
stealing
that.
it from them.
I will do that all the time with horror movies.
Yeah.
I will watch. Do you guys know who Dead Meat is?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
So Dead Meat is somebody that will take a horror movie. He'll make like a comedy script about it, but his main goal is just to count how many kills were in a horror movie. And at the end, he'll like tally it up. He'll say,
Basically summarize
this many guys died, this many women died, this many unidentified died. Like stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch. I will use him basically reviewing it, and I'll use that to decide if I want to watch the movie or not.
Yeah.
I'm not using it, I've seen Dead Meat's Friday the 13th video. I'm never going to watch Friday the 13th.
Can be honest, that's how I'm using him personally.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll do that. It's like, I've seen what I want to see out of this.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen all the meme parts of this horror movie or whatever
Yeah,
just
this is
from
all I need
watching
to
his
see.
video.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to watch.
And it's not like you can copyright like a synopsis of a movie.
Right.
Well, my thing is...
what I was trying to say is I'm not using it just to watch the horror movies.
Yeah.
I'm using it to add to the experience of it and then and actually watch the horror movie. Right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel like it should be fair use. Not
It's like,
the whole just post the whole movie profit.
It's just these like greedy companies that see it's like you use their thing and then they're like, oh, I made that thing, it's mine. But it's like, I'm not using your thing. I'm just like talking about your thing and putting like some of your images in it. It's not like I'm taking your actual work. Like I put in more work for this like section of,
what I hate is when
thing.
they take it and they keep it monetized. However, everything goes to them.
Yeah.
That's what I really hate. Because, like, I put 40 minutes of editing into this, me doing this and all this, and now you're going to not only keep it monetized, but put the money towards you instead of me. Like, that's just stupid.
It is stupid. And it's kind of a pain. It's like, I wish you could just post, like, I don't know, mostly blank videos and just talk. And then it's like, I can talk about the thing, but there's no visuals, so I won't get copyright striked.
Well, I feel like that's the way it's going.
I feel like that's the way it's going to go, too.
Like, that kind of makes me scared for, like... Because I want to get... Like, I want to post just regular videos to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like, that was my goal, because, like, you have your YouTube channel. Wheeze, you have your YouTube channel. Pyrolist, you want to do, like, your YouTube channel with the green screen. I was figuring, well, I want to do YouTube, so I'll just use our podcast site. Like... That would make sense because then I put the podcast and I put my own YouTube videos up there. It's like profit, whatever.
The other thing I've seen people do is they'll talk about like an anime or manga or something, and then just have like Dark Souls gameplay in the background.
That's kind of the route I was thinking of starting. I was like gonna use like Tarkov play or even Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking about doing anime reviews, but instead of like doing like the character like everyone else does, have my green screen incorporated and be like, this guy here, see him? I don't like him. We're gonna find out why right now.
Yeah.
See, that would be really cool, and that would be really. I would enjoy watching that.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing here soon.
The other thing, would be amazing. YouTube has implemented a thing when you go to upload a video that it checks for copyright stuff.
I love that. When I first started, I didn't have that, and I got shafted hard.
I do like that as well because it puts me to puts peace in my head because like some of the things on here that we say, I'm like, I don't know if that will get copyrighted.
Like, I don't really know how well it works.
Basically, how it works is there's a robot
it checks
that
like the bot stuff.
Well, it looks for keywords, and if it doesn't find those, then basically what's going to go from there is if a company watches a video and says, I want that copyrighted, then it goes to there, and that's when it starts getting escalated. But the bot like just
as far as I know, that filter pre-does the bots. So it has all the bots run through it.
Yeah, because when I posted my video that got a claim, it was claimed instantly.
Yeah.
Like no real person
the bots are super fast.
Yeah, they're really fast.
Like they're faster than a Reddit mod user.
It's really nice because it used to be like after 3 days of it being uploaded and you get like a few like 10, 20 views, then you get a copyright strike and all of a sudden your video's taken down.
Yeah.
And you're not even aware that's taken down.
Yeah, until you get on like, why is it? Okay, I've had that happen like twice, I believe.
So yeah, I'm
Well-
trying. I think the best way, from what I've seen, to avoid it is people usually get copyright streamed when they use a lot of the clips from
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and not like still images. Usually are fine. So I've been using mostly still images and just a few clips throughout the video.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll work out well, because it's like this is just your image, and then it just like slowly zooms in. It's just a screenshot from your show. So
Yeah.
hopefully that'll work out better, because then it doesn't see it as like, oh, this is my thing that's like moving and all the different frames. It's just
Right.
one frame of your thing. So,
Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
so
I'm not too
hoping
worried
that
about it.
Works out well, but I don't have to worry about that until I get
Super big.
bigger.
Yeah. Well, I think we've talked about this for long enough. Probably way too long. But why don't we take a quick break and then we'll jump into some anime talking
Anime.
stuff
Yeah,
that we want
that
to do.
seems to be the new strategy. Is like, if you want to hear us talk about anime, just skip to the break.
Skip after the break.
And
Yeah.
if you want to hear us talk about like whatever just came into our minds right at the beginning, then just listen.
right.
To the
What we're
beginning.
doing is we're making them hype for the anime and
Yeah.
stuff. That's what we're doing. It's a hype game.
Hype for
so
anime.
the hype is real, and we'll see you all on the other side.
And time. And we're back.
Well, that was sudden.
Just like that.
Totally did not take an hour break.
No, our break was like that.
That
Like,
Did not
That.
look at the glowing red area of the Ahsoka figurine from Hunter x Hunter.
Why did you bring that up? Seriously. We just talked about that for 20 minutes. Can we not talk about that right now?
Come on, it's seared in my
No,
mind now.
I don't want to talk about it. Hey, Weeds.
Yeah.
You've been watching Made in Abyss.
I have been watching Made in Abyss.
Great. Let's talk about that.
So it's like this maid, and she's in an abyss.
All right, that
That's
sounds cool.
not the title of the show.
Oh, right. It's Made in Abyss. Yeah, it's slight spoilers, I guess. She was born in an abyss.
Oh my
in
God.
the abyss. So she was made in the abyss.
So when a mommy and a daddy in the abyss love each other very
Actually,
much.
that happened before the abyss.
Okay, so when the mommy and the daddy love each other very much before the abyss,
And
they
then
do a little ceremony where
So I think you
they bring
Okay.
the like oil and like candles
I
and
think
stuff.
I
and
need
then
to
they like
get
drink
AC.
the oil.
rose petals and all that
Yeah,
jazz.
you eat like watermelon seeds, and then it grows a watermelon, which turns into a baby.
Okay, hang on a second. I think I
Yeah.
need to get AC for this room because I need to stop sticking you guys in a room where you're getting heat stroke.
That's true.
No, we're just getting heated because this is a hot topic. Your mic just fell like an inch for no reason
I
at
guess
all.
my mic stand wasn't seated.
It's seated now.
Well, anyways, I think you're the one that really needs the AC, because
I
now,
do.
now you're going nuts too.
See,
I
you're
am
just a
going
mere
nuts.
mortal.
You know that song on the train, on the crazy train or whatever?
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. That's my life story.
So, anyways, she's born in the abyss.
I don't know what's in that song. Hopefully nothing too bad because I just called it my
I know
life
what's
story.
in that song, and I know what's in that song, so have fun with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was born in the abyss, which is a spoiler for episode 2.
Hang on a second. Is this story actually about a maid?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's made like
It's about a girl in
M
a dark cavern.
A-D-E.
yeah. She was made in the abyss. Her life
Yay.
was made. through
The English
abyss.
language
So,
rocks.
Anyways, it's a cool story. It's very fun and lighthearted, and I'm sure nothing will go badly.
Nothing at all.
You do realize this is like top 10 for anime that made people cry, right?
Yeah.
Nothing bad's gonna happen. Just watch it.
But
You've
I don't know.
you've only read like 2 of the chapters of the manga.
Yeah,
You can be quiet.
I still know more than you.
So
That's true, I guess. I've kind of watched some reviews about it.
it's pretty fun. There's a little child robot boy who's like
He's half robot, half person.
trying to like fit in with all these orphans that work in the abyss. They go into the abyss and they mine for
That's child
relics.
labor.
Yes. This is not in our world. This
So
It's like
child
medieval.
labor is okay
this
then.
is in a world
It was okay in the
where
medieval
like
times.
Well, yeah.
the rest of the world was kind of been explored, it explains, but then there's this one abyss that just goes forever, and they've never found the bottom of it. And the lower that you go into the abyss, the more random symptoms you have. And there's nobody knows why this happens, but it's called the curse of the abyss. And once you get to like 500 meters down or something, you just die.
Why don't you just be Chernobyl?
And they send children down there?
See, the
They don't want
children
the
only
adults
go
to
to
die,
the
duh.
first like 100 meters, and then as they kind of like have a ranking system, so as you get like higher, you're allowed to go further. And they send children to the 100 meters, which most people just like have nausea and kind of like throw up.
That's
And
still kind of
eventually-
just mean.
Eventually, they get used to it.
That's just mean.
I'm calling it now. It's radiation poison.
Probably.
And then, so as they keep
it's probably a nuke.
as they keep
Chernobyl.
going down, so she was born in the abyss, and they had to cover her with like this relic that would keep her from dying because they were in the lowest parts. Like,
Is it called a
where
Geiger
people die.
meter?
I don't remember.
Or a
It was
rad
just
suit?
thing. It was just a. It was
Was
just
she
like
born in power armor?
maybe.
That'd be sick.
But
No,
anyways,
that hurt for the mom. Just crank out a baby in power armor.
so the mom gives birth, and so it seems like people kind of get used to it if they're like stay there long enough. So anyways, she gives birth, and then she couldn't shield her eyes, so the girl has like eye problems, but otherwise she's
she blind?
healthy. No, but her eyes like hurt unless she has glasses on, and it's not because she has poor vision, it's because she was affected by the curse of the
Or
abyss.
radiation poisoning.
Yeah,
It's
whatever
just
it is.
radiation poison.
So anyways, part of the story was she went down to find this relic that stopped time. And
You mean a nuke?
no, it's like a bell. It was a bell that stopped time. So anyways,
There was a bell that stopped time in Germany.
she gave up
Oof.
carrying the bell to carry her daughter up, and it was a sweet like story and moment when one of the characters was telling the other characters about it. But eventually she got the bell too. But she did give it up for her daughter, which was very sweet. And then she went down into the abyss again and never came back.
Because she died of radiation poisoning.
Yeah,
Probably.
But then she also had a note, and it says, and that was the end of the episode where it said, "Meet me at the bottom of the abyss."
Oh, that's cool.
And
Did
it-
she just like fall all the way down?
I just like the
guess.
idea of throwing kids into the bottom of the abyss. Is that bad?
Yes, that is
So-
really bad, and you're kind of a horrible person.
There is some slightly like questionable moral decisions of like the people in charge of the orphanage,
Just a little bit.
because
a little.
they kind of let these kids go into the abyss. They kind of like force them to work. Kind of. They also like put a lot of pressure on them to
They
do
also
really well.
punish them.
They also punish them. Like the one girl got punished by having the person in charge tied her up naked. And
Not a pedophile at all.
maybe beat her. I'm not. It's not super clear.
Bet it's clear in the manga.
But
Nice wholesome show you're watching.
So there's like that. That's just a little. But most of it is like super wholesome.
Remember how his
And-
mom yelled at us for watching Baka-No because
Yeah.
she heard the word damn?
yeah. Yeah.
Having fun?
So it's a very wholesome show, though. It's like Nichijou. It's it was more of a fun gag that she gets like tied up when
How
as
was
like
that
a
a
punishment.
gag?
It was kind of a
I
gag
love
because
tying
of the way
my brother up naked and sending him down the river.
because of,
You what?
It's funny, you know? I said I love tying my brother up while he's naked and rolling him down the river on a bed. Just funny for me, you know?
So yeah, it was kind of a gag because she just mentioned it. She was just like, "Oh, I hope they don't tie me up naked again for doing this."
Oh, they just did.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
They have already, and they did too.
Laugh,
really good.
haha, gag.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a gag in the way that it's
Totally,
presented.
totally not just
I
like
mean-
representing how messed up this world is or
Nah,
anything.
I
Not
think
at
the
all.
world is like totally fine. I think it's gonna be like Nichijou, and it's just like so far it's just a sitcom about how to keep everyone knowing that the boy is a robot because they'll dismantle him probably because he's a mixture of a bunch of super rare artifacts.
Someone's getting
So
hung, I bet you.
totally wholesome
So
thing.
super wholesome because they just don't want people to know about the robot boy,
So they
and
don't
then
dissect him.
he ends up joining the thing, and I'm super excited because the next episode he's going to go into the abyss and go on his first mission down into the abyss.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he was just like cleaning the house and whatever, and then they like prepare you to go and venture and find artifacts, which is how she found the boy first. And she was almost eaten by this giant monster, and then the boy like blasted him with his arm. that,
So
like,
this
shot a
is just
laser.
Astro Boy the remake.
So there's monsters in this
Yes.
abyss.
There is monsters. There's like yeah.
So not only are you
Tons
dying of radiation
monsters.
poisoning,
Not radiated monsters as well.
See, most monsters don't venture up to the higher level though. This was like a rare occurrence.
Because normal air is toxic to them.
yeah,
So
because of
anyways,
radiation poisoning.
Yes.
So yeah, and then deeper into the abyss, like her mom left the note, and there was a bunch of monsters that like nobody's ever seen before
used
that
to be
she like
rats.
drew as like these was what she saw, and it was like nobody's ever seen these
This
before.
is
They
what
weren't in
ate me.
They weren't in any manuals because there's like tons of books about the abyss and stuff.
Have you
that
played
they, like,
Fallout?
study. So yeah, super wholesome, nice show.
Great.
And I'm
the Wendigo
excited.
enters episode 5.
There's like a few things that are like, yeah, it's a little dark, I suppose, but it's all played in a lighthearted, fun
That's cool.
manner. And I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited for nothing bad to happen at all.
Well,
Because I like the characters so far.
sounds cool. I actually
Yeah.
want to watch it. I've seen a lot of things about it. It looks honestly pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll probably binge more of it. So
Nice. I watched probably the most wholesome fighting show I've ever seen in my life
Yeah.
called Miss Kabayashi's Dragon Maid.
well, that sounds epic.
The
Yeah.
only thing I know about that is that short video that I showed
It's
you.
also
Yeah.
about maids.
It is. This one's actually about maids, though.
How is it made?
What do you mean? Like, how's the maid made, or is how the
Well,
show
see,
made?
When
No, you
one
just said
lolly meets another lolly and they see a crab on the ocean, they start eating them, they kind of make a maid.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a second. So it's kind of funny. So the first episode is like Miss Kabayashi.
So
She's-
they make a dragon,
No,
but it's called Dragon
no.
Maid.
She
That's where the
wakes. She
spawn
wakes
comes
up from
from.
her hangover because she was drinking all night,
Oh.
and she's like late to work. So she's getting her clothes on. She rushes out the door. She opens up the door, and there's a giant dragon sitting in front of her door. Of course, she's in this apartment building, so it's like 3 stories up in the air. There's just this giant dragon face facing her, right? So she freaks out. The dragon transforms into a maid.
So
That's how a maid.
she made the dragon.
No, the dragon came from a different world.
wanna
Oh,
go
so a
kidnap
different
dragons?
world made
Yeah,
the dragon.
it turns out she was so drunk that night that she wandered. Miss Kabayashi was so drunk that night she wandered into the woods and supposedly rescued this dragon because this dragon was wounded in the woods by this giant god slayer sword. So she got drunk with the dragon in the woods after she saved the dragon, right?
Wow.
Yep. And she said to the dragon that she should come over to her house and become her maid.
Wow.
So the dragon literally came over to her house and became her maid.
That's epic.
I wish that
Yep.
would happen for me, but with a girl.
It's actually that's the 100% true. That's how it happens.
That's
the
pretty
funny
epic.
part is her learning to be a maid
Oh, I see.
because she's a dragon, and all
Yeah.
dragons hate humanity and want to destroy all humans.
Mm.
Besides, for this dragon actually likes Kabayashi.
Mm.
So that's the only person she likes. So she wants to basically support and clean and do all that stuff for Miss Kabayashi, but she wants to basically murder everybody else at first.
All right.
But the funny part is like her just learning to become a maid. Like the first thing she does is like she's cleaning the house, and like Kabayashi tells her to dust everything.
Yeah.
So the first thing she does is she uses her fire breath and just scorches everything to like everything, just like destroys even the tiniest speck of dust to atoms.
Yikes.
So there's no TV, there's no furniture, there's
She
nothing like
sucks
that.
as a maid.
She sucks
Get
as a maid.
fired.
Next thing she does is she makes dinner. Well, she doesn't know how to cook, so what she ends up doing is cooking her own tail.
Nice.
And this is a running gag in the show. She wants to try to get Kabayashi to eat her own tail because she thinks, it'll help grow their relationship or something like that.
Nice.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's just fun little skits like that. It's very much like a show like Love is War, but it's a lot more wholesome. Eventually, you get the lolly dragon in there, and you get the other dragons and stuff. But it's fun. It's kind of hard to explain the show more because, like, explaining the show like explains all the bits and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like a comedy. Like
It's very
fun
much a
thing.
comedy. It was
That's cool.
It was a very nice, relaxing show to watch during and right after I moved.
Yeah.
Because moving was a very stressful thing.
Sadly, you didn't get the maid.
I did not get the maid. No dragon showed up to my door and wanted
Please?
to become my maid.
Yeah.
Put the maid outfit on.
No.
Put it on now.
No.
I would prefer
I'm
if you
already
didn't.
wearing it.
That would not be fun for either of us.
He just admitted already wearing it underneath his clothing.
What?
Poof.
Oh, Lord.
You got yourself
Get
a
out.
maid. He's not a dragon, what?
Can you wear a tail?
Probably.
Are you
Sweet.
a scaly?
No! What the heck, dude?
You don't ask him wear a tail. I'm just asking.
Hey, you're the one that said that you couldn't become a dragon. I'm just saying if you wore a
So
tail, that'd be close
you're
enough.
cosplaying
That's
the
fair.
Dragon Maid then, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
No.
We'll post that on OnlyFans.
I can dress.
Yes.
I can dress up as the dragon butler, the guy dragon dude.
Oh, does he have a tail?
No,
Oh,
he
that's
just
lame.
loves video games and is addicted to video games and plays video games 24/7.
He's a dragon from another world
Yes.
who got addicted to video games.
Yeah, because in the other world he was cursed. So like he is cursed to like
Cursed
love
on-
like all of his gold and stuff. So he comes over to this world and he
Oh.
gets addicted to playing video games and getting loot and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Is he addicted to gacha games?
No, he's addicted to MMOs.
Oh,
So he
loved
grinds for
Tarkov.
stuff. Yeah. It's funny because like the running gag is like there's like this whole cast of humans
Yeah.
and they all take a dragon from the other world basically. They're all paired up with a dragon.
Oh,
So of
okay.
course Kabayashi pairs the guy dragon up with her coworker. That's like a secret otaku and stuff and like loves video games and stuff like that. So they just both play video games after work all night. So it's great.
That's epic.
Nice.
And he has like a thing for maids as well. So it's perfect that he gets his own dragon butler now.
Nice.
Yeah.
His things for maids, not butlers.
Kind of interchangeable because butlers are basically just maids for guys. Guy, not for guys. Guy maids, right? I don't know. I'm not British.
A butler, yeah, is yeah.
I'm gonna drop this before I continue.
Yeah. Are you actually Googling it?
I'm googling it.
Okay.
What's a male
Anyways, that's what I've
Maid.
been watching.
called?
How about you, Pyrolus? What have you been watching?
Actually, maid is short for maidservant, so the male version is manservant.
All right, there you go.
Oh, okay.
But you can simply call him servant as well, or you can use gentleman's gentleman.
Nice.
That's weird, but
Hey, gentlemen, get the heck over here.
Gentleman's gentleman. I don't know why that must be like an old world thing,
Probably him.
Probably.
but yeah, manservant.
Because
or
he's the gentleman's
butler.
gentleman.
All right, Pyrolus,
the
what you
butler
been?
is in charge of the male servants. Anyways, continue.
Most
Cool.
definitely, yeah.
I learned way too much about maid servants and butlers and stuff that I ever wanted to.
Housekeeper is neutral, but maid almost has to be a woman.
Okay, Pyrolus, what have you been looking at or reading?
But housekeeper also has a female connotation.
I've just been rewatching Kodowa Zombie Desuka. It's really-
Rewatching?
Yeah, that's really all I've been doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the chainsaw?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Is it good?
Yes, that's why I'm rewatching it.
Nice. So what's that show about?
And it shows about a zombie who gets turned into a magical girl and fights monsters.
Nice. How is a zombie turned into a magical girl?
Well, you see, a girl pops out of nowhere while he's sitting at a graveyard, as zombies do, and she lands on him in the middle of a fight. And then he ends up accidentally taking her powers.
As one does.
Yeah, as one does in a graveyard that they just like to roam because as a zombie does.
Right.
And then he turns into a magical girl and proceeds to cut up the megalo.
What's a megalodo?
A megalo is the monster. That's what they call the monsters in this anime.
Okay, I see. So you're watching Zombie Madoka Magica.
Kind of, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd actually like to show it to you guys. Other than the first minute of it.
We might have to sit down one day and just watch the first episode.
I think that'd be nice.
Okay. How about you, Wee? Is you into watching Zombie Madoka Magica?
Sure.
Noise.
Perfect.
I was thinking we might do a thing where we could watch an episode before the podcast, and then we could talk about it during the podcast.
We could do
We could
something
do
like
that, yeah.
That
And then
might
we
be
could
interesting.
like watch through a show, just like one episode at a time, and talk about
Oh, that'd be fun.
That could be fun, yeah.
take our hot take reviews.
Yeah, and then when the
especially
episode
since-
sucks, we can just be like, "There's nothing to talk about. Nothing happened. This episode sucked."
Especially
On
since
to
I'm an hour early now.
whatever.
Yeah,
So-
totally. We can try setting that up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Let's go.
heck yeah.
On that, I watched a bit of the one show with the one dad that's the manga writer that doesn't want his daughter to know.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching a bit of that.
Is he just a manga writer or is he an actual doujinshi?
So he's an actual mangaka writer,
Okay.
but he's got his manga's a bit perverted.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want his daughter knowing that he's a
Yeah.
mangaka in general, because in Japan it's still kind of looked down upon.
Yeah. Yep.
So he just doesn't want his daughter to know, and
Mhm.
it's still getting sad. Yeah, it's fun.
How is it getting sad? Wouldn't it just be a comedy like Keep Away from the Child?
You would hope. You would think.
You have a bad like reputation for just watching anime and finding the worst and most like saddest anime
I don't
ever.
know why, because it's like, oh, this just starts out funny, and then like halfway through it just shoots you in the heart.
Like you watched
Like
The
Angel
Day I
Beats?
Became God and everything.
I thought it was funny until the halfway point I was like, stop.
Angel
Please, I'm gonna
Beats.
kill myself.
Angel Beats,
Death
School
Parade.
Live, Death
Death Parade.
Parade.
Like I've just every single anime
Death Parade had
so
kind
far.
of a dark tone from the beginning, though.
Yeah, but every
They
single
really ripped out your heart at the end, though.
Yeah.
every single anime I've dived into so far, it starts out funny. It starts out beautiful, and like 5 episodes later, it's like, why?
Watch Konosuba get really sad.
This was-
Like all the characters die, and
I know.
Kazuma just has like existential
We were
depression.
just talking about this on the podcast a couple weeks ago.
They're just gonna make
That'd be
season 3 is gonna release it. I'm gonna watch. I'm like, oh, what's
Yeah.
happening again?
See, here's
I'm
the
just
thing,
cursed.
though. I'm scared that when they come out with season 3, that's it. We're done, and then I have no
Oh.
hope after that, and then I'm
See-
gonna be really sad.
That's why I've just been watching, rewatching Kodoba Zombie Desuka,
Yeah.
because I don't want to be sad right now.
Yeah.
Kodoba Zombie Desuka already had me a little sad with the episode premiere because I forgot some things that happened.
Oof.
So
yeah. You should watch Made in Abyss. So far, it's been really fun and upbeat.
I hear it's a really happy
and I'm
story
sure
at the end.
nothing bad's gonna happen at
yeah,
all.
I'll do that.
Totally
Yeah.
not the top 10 saddest anime
I don't
of
know.
all time.
I try to watch an anime. I don't know. I'm weird about it because I either go for stuff I've read manga on, or I'll go for stuff that piques my interest that hasn't been like popular, so
Yeah.
I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
But every time I do that, I end up just watching something that rips my heart out and tears it into pieces. And I'm like, oh yay, this is fun.
Right.
You're like, I'm gonna go watch Naruto. Watches the saddest arc in Naruto. What the heck?
Is there a sad arc in Naruto?
I'm pretty sure
The entirety
there
of
is.
Naruto.
Why is it all sad?
It gets repetitive after a bit.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why they came out with Shippuden
And then Boruto.
and then Baruto,
In Naruto.
which already has like over 200 episodes, and I'm like, where has my life gone? Because I remember when that first started.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, cool.
Let's watch
Yeah.
Baruto and talk about
No.
it.
No.
No, Boruto did a ninja thing again that lasted for
Even
2 episodes.
die-hard manga fans of the series
People who
are
like
like,
Naruto hate Baruto.
yeah. Well, even like Baruto fans of like the manga, they
yeah.
say the show doesn't really start with a story until like episode like 190 or something.
Apparently, they might be redoing the ending to what's it called? Bleach.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like at least the manga ending
Yeah.
of Bleach, because it was poo-poo garbage.
The
Mm.
manga ending.
I've talked about this before. The manga ending was
I
pretty
thought you
great,
said
yeah.
the anime ending was bad.
I didn't watch the anime, so I don't know. But
Oh,
if
okay.
it followed the manga, then that would be bad too.
Yeah.
But I've heard that they're going to be
I know
redoing
they're
the
coming
manga
off a new
ending.
season.
I hear a lot of
Huh.
long-running shonens. People don't like the ending too.
Well, yeah,
Like-
because they're disappointed that it ends for one.
Well, yeah, but like people didn't like the ending of Attack on Titan. People didn't like the ending of Demon Slayer.
I don't think people can just be happy
People-
in general.
Well, the thing with Bleach is it ended off with like it just screwed everything up and didn't make sense at all the way it ended,
Yeah.
which is why I didn't like it, because it just made no sense.
I don't know. It's weird. Endings are tricky.
I don't know. I learned to live with them.
I was satisfied
Yeah.
with Steins Gate's ending.
Like Steins Gate's ending, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Until they came off Zero.
But it seems like a
I
lot
still
of
think
the
it was good.
long-running shonens, like they have a good idea and then they can't stick the landing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's kind of like they're just playing the cassette tape like at normal speed.
Yeah.
All the way up until the last minute, and then somebody hits the fast forward button and just like jams up the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a reference from my childhood that most people probably don't recognize. They don't even know what a cassette tape is. I have become a boomer, and I'm going to
boom the
You're a
boomer.
be done now.
Boom
Yeah, people
the
know what
boomer.
cassette tapes are, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You know what they are because you grew up with them.
If you know what
Yeah.
a cassette tape is, like and subscribe and comment below.
Oh heck yeah! Tell
Oh,
us if you
yeah.
like. Tell us if you like cassette tapes.
Thank-
I like
yeah.
cassette tapes.
Thanks for helping get our boomer audience.
Tell us your favorite flavor.
What?
You've never eaten them?
No, I've never
They're supposed to
eaten
be-
them.
They're supposed to be for eating. You download your favorite
I was
songs.
terrified to leave them anywhere besides for in like their case because I was afraid they're gonna catch on fire.
You
or
download your
something.
favorite songs and you just crunch on it and you can taste the music.
Yeah.
How do you
then they-
download a song onto a cassette tape?
You've never burnt songs on a cassette tape?
No.
Oh, well, you like get an empty cassette tape because there's like blank cassette tapes, and then you just download the songs on it, burn it onto that, and you just
Yeah,
munch
'cause
onto there.
There was always the
Huh.
player thing that was like had a record button.
Yeah.
That was like, whoop.
Oh yeah, I know how to record onto them, but I was just like, did they actually have like a burner for cassette
Yeah,
tapes
they
for a
did, yeah.
computer?
Yeah, that's how people made cassette tapes, custom cassette tapes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the custom
I guess that was a
mixtapes.
retarded question because like I should have known that already.
But you record stuff on the mixtape.
Wait,
and you
can
just
I even say
take a
that
crunch.
word? on
Yeah, it's
YouTube?
fine. It's fine.
It's been okay for a while.
Ah, okay, cool.
Man, you just take a crunch out of it, and like me personally, I think the favorite song I've ever eaten was "Ooga Chaka, Ooga Chaka." So
See, then they made fruit
Okay.
roll-ups, and those became
yeah, fruit roll-ups.
I
what
could see
became
that being a
superior.
lot
Yeah.
healthier for
Well,
you.
there's a
than
lot less
cassette tapes.
crunch after fruit roll-up came out. Like the fruit roll-up, it was softer. It wasn't the crunch of the cassette
Yeah.
tape, so it was a little better. How did you eat your cassette tapes, Louise?
See, we didn't have many cassette tapes, so I was never allowed to eat them.
Oh, okay, so it was like a supply and demand type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Because I was the youngest, so
I get it. Did your brothers eat them?
probably, I don't know. It was
Okay.
before my time.
You should ask them about it.
Like, my next oldest brother's like 9 years older than me.
That's
so-
fair. But you've never eaten your cassette tapes.
No,
Boone.
I've never eaten a cassette tape.
You should try it sometime. It's pretty good. Find an old cassette tape.
Don't want
If you can
to.
find like a 20-year-old cassette tape, usually the longer they've aged, the better they've tasted.
or-
Like a fine wine.
I mean, if you don't want to be a boomer, you can just get fruit roll-ups.
That
I'm gonna
too.
get fruit roll-ups because that sounds amazing.
That does sound good. What happened to fruit roll-ups?
They're still
They're
there.
still there.
They're
They're,
still there.
just
like
a lot smaller now.
Want to go to Walmart after
Why
this?
don't I get fruit roll-ups ad on YouTube?
They used to be
Why
3
do I
foot long,
get-
but now they're like a foot.
Why do I
Yeah.
get all these stupid ads on YouTube?
Because you are a patron of the YouTube economy,
Trojan
and you must pay
man.
our bills someday in the future.
I know, but I want fruit roll-ups to pay the bills of YouTube.
Well,
get
why don't we
sponsored
just
by
get
them.
a fruit roll-up
I would say,
sponsorship?
The only way you can select what
Yeah.
ads you have is by getting sponsored by them.
Hey, fruit roll-ups.
Yeah,
If you're
totally
interested
sponsor us.
in sponsoring this podcast or my channel or both, hit us up at askbaka@gmail.com.
We just need fruit roll-ups and the Dr. Pepper, and we're set for life, baby.
That would be amazing.
We are set for life.
All right, I think we've babbled for long enough.
We did the
What time
Baka
we
Babble.
at?
We're at
Hour
over
3.
an hour.
Oh, perfect.
So is it time to wrap up?
I don't know. You're the host. Is
Wrap
it?
it up like a fruit roll-up?
Yeah, I think it's time to go get fruit roll-ups.
It's time to roll it up.
It's time to roll it up. Let's go. This has been Wheeze with Baka-Talk. We're gonna roll up this ending.
Top 10 reasons to get a fruit roll-up
Top
right now.
10 reasons to end the podcast. Number 1. Boom. What's your Twitter?
My Twitter. Wow, my voice just
Nice
totally
Twitter.
went away. My Twitter is SirBoom9.
Yeah, Boom. You can follow Boom at.
Sir Boom 9.
And reason number 9. What is Pyrolus's Twitter?
Pyrillus number 2.
You can also check out the podcast at askbaka.talk@gmail.com.
You can't check out the podcast there. You can
I mean,
email
you can
the podcast.
email the podcast there. You can check out the podcast at anchor.fm/talkbaka. I mean, no, it's Baka-Talk.
Yes.
You messed
Twitter
me
is
up.
Talk
I did
Baka.
mess you up.
Twitter is at Talk Baka. Oh, it's
Yes.
so complicated. Boom.
It's not complicated.
It's very
You're
complicated.
just totally messing this
It's just
up.
Boom just made it
He
the most
hasn't had his daily
complicated-
fruit roll-up.
I
He
haven't
is
had
not-
a fruit
his
roll-up
mind is not
in
in
so
here yet.
long.
Do you want to retry
It's not
that?
my fault. So anyways, you can check out the podcast at anchor.fm/Baka-Talk. And you can check us out on Twitter at TalkBaka. It's just the words in reverse order.
Yes, because Twitter is totally stupid. I can't get Baka-Talk at all on Twitter.
Who is
no matter
Baka-Talk?
what I do.
Who is Baka-Talk, though?
I don't know.
Is there a
They
Baka-Talk?
won't tell me.
Well,
They
I'll have to
won't?
find Baka-Talk and just DM him.
Hey,
Give
can
us
I
your
have
name.
my
Delete your
handle?
account.
Delete your account right now.
We're bigger than you. We have a whole 50 followers.
Yeah. I've got
got 50
70.
now?
I've got 70 subscribers on my channel and they're coming for you. So
How about you, Weez? Where can they find you?
you can find me at KBW Author on Twitter, and from there you can find like my YouTube channel, which is just KBW on YouTube. If you search KBW Anime, you will find me, and I make YouTube videos, analytical YouTube videos about things, and some comedy videos, and a random video I made like months ago explaining Demon Slayer badly in a comedic way where I was kind of uncomfortable in front of the mic and I don't sound super good, but for some reason YouTube is giving it to everybody.
Because what makes you uncomfortable will make you money.
Yep. So that I don't know, I'm happy. I think the video's decent.
I honestly
but-
enjoyed them a lot.
Yeah. So I'm hoping hopefully it'll get like 100 million views
Oh, heck yeah.
and then all my other videos will get at least like 10 views.
Pressure.
So I discovered what Baka-Talk was. It's a Japanese guy. He's got 86 followers.
Oh dang.
Everything is Japanese on this thing.
Oh.
He's like pure Japanese. And that a news article just popped up. 16 people were killed with one lightning strike.
Dang. That's crazy.
Wow.
It was at a
Okay.
wedding, yeah. So
Whoa, that's really crazy.
yeah.
Interesting. Breaking news for a podcast that'll be coming out Monday. So have
So-
fun finding that article out.
So, thanks so much for watching.
A
Be
wedding no
safe
one
at
will forget.
weddings. And jia meow.
See you all later.
El Sai Kanguru.